Okay, welcome back. If you watched the other video where I was, walking through my uh, new client on the journey I had, you are going to like this training because we are doing the very first session together. And again, graciously, Sophie has allowed us to record this for your benefit. So if you ever in the area and you see Sophie around, do say, Sophie, thank you for allowing us to learn as well as to learn while you were, creating your products. So, Sophie, thank you again for allowing us to do this. Appreciate that.
My pleasure.
Okay, Sophie, remember our last time we identified four key main areas that you are truly great at, and these are the areas that you love helping people. You will be able to do these even if no one was paying you. You just love doing this. It just energizes you. Is that correct?
Yes, that's right.
Excellent. So, one of those areas was compliant. And the purpose of this call is
Yeah.
really to show you what we want to do with the compliant aspect. Remember, our goal is to pre-frame our services for people. In other words, we want our content that we are going to put online to sell people the idea of jumping on a call with us so that we close them to become our client. So the information is designed in a particular way. So
Uh,
we are going to break down those key areas which you're very good at into four sections. So we would say we would work in generating content for the compliance for month one, maybe recruitment part two, or the other areas. Part three is like the second month or third month, however long it is. And the beautiful thing about this, Sophie, is once you create this content and it's done in a very professional way, uh, you are set. You never have to go back to it again. Never, unless you are just updating one or two things. Now, I'm just going to show you something before we carry on here.
okay.
I will be very
So,
quick. So I've just finished a Facebook Live, right now, where I was explaining this concept here, as you can see. So the consulting field, what we do, can be put in into three different things, like three pillars. Number one is knowing your target area, which you and I already know what the target area is. They are the startup people who wants to establish themselves within the healthcare industry. Those are targets. We are very good at that. We may fine tune it later on. The second pillar that we need to become very good at is converting those prospects into our clients and communicating with those people in such a way that they will come to us rather than us chasing after them saying, do you want to become my client? Do you want? No, 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 we don't do that. We have them chase us. The reason we want them to chase after us is it allows us to charge the amount of money we want, not the other way around. Because the one who chases is always the one who is on the losing side. If you were to use
mm,
the negotiating skills, the one who offer the price first, is really is the one you never offer first. You wait for that person to give you what they have, and then you negotiate with what you want. So in our situation here, we are going to create content that is going to drive people to want to talk to us, and
yeah.
and they have to jump certain hoops before they actually get to talk to us. And the beautiful thing about what we do is my team are creating the system. In other words, uh, the machine that is going to do that, the machine behind the sales is actually it's called the sales machine, really.
Mm,
Sales stroke marketing machine. Okay. Uh, you set it once and it's done. And then after that, it's all about servicing our clients. Now, the beautiful thing about you, Sophie, is you're brilliant already when it comes to servicing your clients. You know, the work ethic is there already. The love of being compliant and meeting the standard is bar none. Really, it's exceptional. So,
thank you.
excuse me. So the purpose of this call is to show you where we are in this whole maybe journey, if you like to call it that way. Is we already know this. We want to create this part. Once we create it, we forget it, and then it will be focused on delivering clientele services here. Okay, let's go back to where we were just here. So we identify those 4 areas, and one of those is compliance. So we want to create like pieces of information that you know, that goes out there, and I'm going to type it here, and then I'm going to show you a tool that I use in my business, in my client's business, that helps me create highly compelling messages that when people see that, they say, oh, that's what I want. That's what I've been waiting. And now that tool has been created by marketers and it's only available to my clients. But for the purpose of this one, you know, if anyone wants to know what that tool is, you can book a session with me absolutely free, and I'll walk you through that. In fact, you know, if you start working with me, you can have access to the tool as well on top of that. Now, the content we want to create is going to be a masterclass here. Now, what are masterclass? This is where you showcase your ability. Remember, like when you spoke at Marvelous event the other time, it was like a masterclass, which was like 60 minutes long, where you talk about what you're doing. So it's 60 minutes long usually, but you can reduce it to 45 minutes. Any other length other than that is far too much. So you're gonna have that. You're also gonna have you know, like a live event. Now, why do we want a live event? You know, because we are not only targeting people who will be online, but we are also targeting the people who are offline. Oftentimes, the people who are offline, we create a relationship with them much faster than the people who are online. So, which means under compliance, we're going to create one day in the next month or next 2 months where we invite people to an evening event. You know, it will be entitled, you know, if you want to learn about compliance within your healthcare, I'm doing a free seminar. It's only 2 hours. You can come in the evening. We create that and we market that event. Here's the beautiful thing: is this event, you won't be creating new information. You would have created that already in your masterclass event, and which you will be putting online. Okay, and I'll show you how to do that as well. In fact, we will do that together, and it will go on what we call a webinar, or you know, something that seems to be continuously playing all the time. So when you do maybe a live Facebook event, you will say, "Hey, I've created a free masterclass for you where you can learn more about compliance. You can go watch it at the leisure of your own time." You know, and people will click the link and then they go there. They see you, say, "Hi, it's Sophie here. I want to help you today with your compliant issues. And if you've got anything else that you know makes you anxious when it comes to compliance, I have your answers here. Let's go through the main areas you need to cover when it comes to compliance." We will record that, and you're going to present that masterclass event at a live offline event, 1 hour or 2 hours. Great places in Reading that we can use, and on that day we will close people. Okay, that's one. The second thing, we will create your strategy session.
Okay.
This goes along as the schedule. This is where I'm going to get your schedule
Right.
of when you are available. Wow, that's an interesting way of spelling schedule there. But per week, it doesn't need to start with
SC, that's it.
yeah. It doesn't need to start with a full week, but as long as we have a time and a date of when you are available to take the phone calls. But before we get to this, we need to have the content for a masterclass, which is the same content we're going to use this one. And most importantly, which is the last part of our talk today, is creating like educational video.
Right.
And I will show you again with the tool I'm going to give you. It's very easy. It does most of stuff for you. So educational videos. What do I mean by educational videos? And these actually last about 10 to 15 minutes long.
Right.
And these are like content, what I call goodwill creation content. So for example, it will be who to contact when you've got compliant issues. And then you give the details, you go here, you go there, you go here, you go there. And then another video will be saying, give me something that you deal with when it comes to compliance.
We check that staff training is mandatory.
Yes.
And it's up to date.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, say for example, you can do a 10-minute video that says, what does the law say about mandatory training? So you do it 10 minutes to 15 minutes. So it will go something like, hey, did you know that in this year, the law has been upgraded? You are supposed to have an additional training for this if you are in this care. How do you go about it? If you go to this website, you can upgrade your training like this. Something that the majority of people don't know about it. So you create that 5 to 10 minutes. Our goal is to have at least 10 of these.
Lovely.
They're very brief, by the way, and with the tool I've given you, they will become very brief. In fact, as a matter of fact, when you're creating your masterclass, you're going to create 5 to 7 points, using the software that you have, that you're going to cover in the masterclass. So it's a matter of taking one of those, break it into like 5 to 10 minutes, or even 20 minutes long, ideally 15 minutes. And then I will distribute them. In fact, we'll get the team to distribute them online. They will have a tagline there that says Sophie, and also what is it that you cover. What that does is when people begin to search something along those lines, they type in on there, you are going to come up as the authority in that area, and you go on to they go on to reach out to have a consultation call. Just like now, for example, we're coming on to the 15 minutes mark. I'm going to say, look, guys, if you're enjoying the lesson that you're having and you are considering having somebody help you in your coaching journey or in your consulting journey, you can reach out for a free consultation with me, absolutely no obligation. I have one caveat though, because there is one of me and many of you. Only reach out to talk to me when you are already in the industry as a coach and you just want to to speed the process of growing your profession to a 7-figure profession. And then I'll be able to help you. Now, like I always say, I don't take everyone. You have to apply first before we can take you. That's where I know that we're a better fit. I'm good for you, and and I also know that you're good for me. So if you want to learn more about how you can do consulting at the highest level and get results much faster, you just need to click the link below, or just go to learnwithyokai.com and you'll be able to get all that information. You see what I've done there? This information I'm using here, I'm creating marketing material at the same time as educating you. And anyone who's going to look at this, they're going to say, oh, this is brilliant. I want to learn with him. And guess what's going to happen? They're going to reach out to me. And when they reach out to me, it's exactly the same process. I will look at their application letter. And, here's the amazing thing. When people begin to consume your materials, these 10 to 15 materials, they will consume all of it before they even attempt to speak with you. By the time they speak with you, they are already feeling like they already know you, and they've got all their guards down. And not only that, they're already ready to actually begin to do business with you. So when they jump on the call with me, it's like, okay, you've seen most of my materials. Would you like to work with me? Okay. If I look at the application form and I like what I see, I'll say, when can we have our first session? That's it. I close them, and then I move on to the next stage of actually servicing them as we go. So this month, really and truly, we want to create these little videos here, and using the tool I've given you, we'll be able to smash this on a very short, very quickly, and we can create the masterclass, which we're going to reuse and repurpose over and over and over and over and over and over again. Yeah? Okay.
Yeah.
Any questions so far before I demo the software to you here?
No, because obviously you're explaining that we need to create the videos one at a time. And I like what you said about video materials surrounding key areas.
Yes.
Addressing one key issue. I think that lacks in a lot of coaching and advising. People just tend to say a lot of things at the same time.
Yes.
But the fact that addressing one key issue per video is absolutely fantastic.
Absolutely. You know what? I cannot tell you what this will do for you once it's created and is of highest level, which we are going to do that it is out there showcasing. It's like having a salesperson out there for you consistently. And there is one message is book a strategy session with me. Book a strategy session with me. Just like I did earlier on, that anyone wants to learn with me, go to Yokai, learnwithyokai.com. I'm sending them. When they arrive there, they book the session. I just don't get everyone. When they book the session, they are going to complete an application form, which my VA is going to approve and say, oh, this is an ideal person for him. And then when I jump on the call, I already know about them. They already know about me. And guess what? I only speak to the people that I want to talk to. If the person who has applied and is not the right fit, guess what? My VA is going to say, unfortunately, it's not a right fit at this point. However, you can learn more about this and improve on these things. You see, so I only speak to the people who are ready to do business with me. So there isn't all that frustration, I'll fall up on them. No, I don't want to do that. And I don't expect you to be doing that, because your time is has so much value. And it's an exciting. So we'll create this, and here I just want you to expand your thinking for a moment. We're going to do content on one area of compliance, and then we do another content on this one. By the time we finish at the end of 4 months, we will have enough content that will establish you as the go-to expert when it comes to an area of establishing your social care. So that will be going on all social media, even on your website, And guess what? It will be directing people consistently to booking a strategy with you. And here's where the magic is. Uh, your strategy sessions will be oversubscribed. Once they are oversubscribed as they are mine, you then move on to the group coaching, which enables you to service a whole lot more people. So if you are to use this as an example here, I will wrap up with this, I promise. Okay. So you're going to start with strategy one-on-one, and then you're going to move to group coaching. And then after that, you're going to move to even the better one, the done for you. Now, here is what normally happens. So the strategy session, you could be charging 500 pounds for one-to-one, and you can have 10 clients, which means 5,000 for you. It's good, but it's quite labor intensive. You can be doing this like I do. That's 15 hours per week. 15 hours per week. You could be doing that, and it's fine. It's wonderful. Or you could, and after you are oversubscribed here, you're going to move on to the group coaching, which is the best one of that, because you would have created testimonies, group coaching, which we are going to use in promotions. So you would have proved that, and you begin to coach people. And here's the magic: you can charge 200, because 200 pounds, and then because you would have built enough people here and you've got enough evidence here of what is happening, you can attract 200 people who will be paying 200 pounds. And because it is a group coaching, it means you can do that. You'll be working 5 hours a week. And earning far more than you were doing one-to-one.
Yeah.
And then after that, this is the best part. If you ask me, this is the best part. This is what I enjoy doing for my clients, is to do the done for you. Okay, what does this mean? It means I actually literally go into in their workplace or wherever they are and actually do the stuff for them, because I know this stuff. And guess what? You can charge anywhere between £10,000 for you to see them every other week. 10,000 pounds per month, because these people, they can afford it. So they don't want to have a strategy session every other week like that, and you tell them what to do. Here, you are literally telling them what to do, so you instruct. You don't do anymore. You instruct them. Here, you're still instructing them. But here, you are doing with them. And usually people want you to do for them. And here's why people will be happy to pay this amount of money. It's because when they look online, they see you have got all this amazing content on there. You are the go-to person for that. They can see that, and they can see that you've got a group coaching going on. And people are raving about you. They're putting testimonials about that, and they know that your time is precious. So whatever amount you decide to be charged, remember, we don't charge based on the times, like hourly or days. We are talking in terms of the value that we're going to give. And guess what? You can have 5 of these clients, and you visit their premises once, because you don't have to be in their premise all the time, or twice or 3 times, however you want. And this is where the big money is. So I know we've gone far too much, but this is the process. So our next step will be to create content around this area.
Yeah.
And then once we're happy with the content we have here, and we've put it out on all the right places, we move on and put another content on here and another content on here. By the end of this month, when we've got all these things going on in one place, definitely there is no reason why we shouldn't be enrolling people into start using our services on the very first stage, and then we move on to the second and third. Does that make sense so far?
Yes, very much so.
Incredible. Well, I'm going to stop the recording once again, but before I do that, if you're enjoying the training that I'm having here and you want to learn more about how to explode your coaching business, you're already in a coaching industry, or you're a consultant, you're just looking for a way to speed your journey to where you get the profits, you can go to my website and book a free strategy session. Again, there is no money involved on there. Put in your application form, and then I can see if we're a good fit, and if we are, I'll give you a call. And then we can take it on from there. So you just want to go to learnwithyokai.com. Again, let me type it here. It's learnwithyokai.com. Okay, that's where you want to go there, and you find the information that you want. In fact, you book a session with me, and it will be awesome. All right, with that said, have a great day, and I'll talk to you very, very soon.